It's about time the triple OG got her flowers. Queen Sheeva is who we're spending an hour with today, right after this intro. Let's go! First and foremost, let me go ahead and say thank you so much to these fans that you see on the screen. Without all 16,000 of you, this would not be possible. Again, make sure you click the link in the description so you can join the Discord, as we do go live and have tons of great conversation. This is your new favorite source for MK content. Make sure you subscribe to my second channel called The Lore of Combat. I do cover Power Universe type content over there, but on this channel we got the Mortal Kombat files, Defenders of the Realms, The Lore of Combat, 1 hour documentaries, Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay, and Injustice leaked information. So you do not want to miss out. This channel is tons of content ready for you to watch. Also, for those of you that have been asking, here is my Cash App. For those of you that want to send donations, please send me all your money and do it ASAP. Allow me to properly introduce you to The Lore of Combat, episode 12, the Mythology of Sheeva. Let's get into it right now. All right, listen, now we get down to the nitty gritty. That's what we do right here. All right, so check this out. I don't know how you don't know this, but Sheeva is a fighting character in the Mortal Kombat franchise. I don't know how you found this video and you don't know that, but I just wanted to tell you that. Now let's get into it. Sheeva is a proud member of the native Outworld race known as the Shokan, and the antagonist from the Mortal Kombat fighting game series. She is a supporting antagonist in Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 2011, and a minor antagonist in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. In the Mortal Kombat X comic books, she finally breaks away from Outworld and becomes a neutral anti-hero, something that continues in Mortal Kombat 11, in which she is a playable DLC character. Now I will tell you, she was originally an evildoer, and she still is, but you know, like they said, she's neutral. She's neutral basically. So let's get into the history, shall we? Now, like many other people from the Shokan, Sheeva was a warrior for Shao Kahn, right? I mean, that was her right-hand man, simple as that. Her ferocity earned her the warlord's attention, and when he invaded Earthrealm using the resurrected Queen Sindel, man, tell me why he appointed Sheeva as her bodyguard, basically. However, the Shokan became distrustful of Kahn when Motaro, a Centaurian, the rivals of her race, was appointed the head of Kahn's extermination squads. Now tell me why during the invasions, Sheeva furiously fought against anyone who tried to get near Sindel. Like, she was putting hands and feet on people, and eventually battled against Kitana and Jade, who sought to free the Edenian queen from Shao Kahn's control, right? So her brute strength wasn't enough though. It was not enough to beat two, and Sheeva fled to Outworld in shame. They basically jumped her, and she just basically skipped town on them. Now, upon arriving there, she found out, she got some info, she got the drop that Shao Kahn had betrayed her people and led an attack on them. However, since the Shokan could not defeat the Emperor's forces, Sheeva decided to simply finish off Motaro. She was like, all right, I'm gonna take out your boy then. Upon sneaking into his place, you know, she picked the lock, went through the back door. She discovered that he had the criminal Kano. She's like, whoa, you got Kano in here? He basically had Kano in prison. She made a deal in exchange for his assistance in defeating Motaro. She will give him precious jewels after launching a sneak attack on the Centaurian, right? So Sheeva made plans to take down Shao Kahn, and Kano offered to distract them. He told the Shokan to wait for his signal, but actually double-crossed Sheeva and told Kahn what she was planning after Kano gave Sheeva the signal, and she found Kahn ready and waiting for her, who fought her and defeated her. Man, you can't trust nobody out here. It be your own people. Now, in conquest mode, and where was I? Oh, in the I'm just all tongue-tied over here, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me. In the conquest mode of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Sheeva appeared in Shinnok's Spire and the Netherrealm in Fort Taven. However, and this was revealed to be simply an illusion created by Shinnok to test the demigod. Man, I'm so excited getting into this backstory. Y'all hear me over here tripping over my words and stuff, trying to get it out. LOL. Now, roast me in the comments. Alright, so where was I? Okay. I was basically telling y'all about what was going on with Shinnok. Oh yeah, her ending. So yeah, basically in her ending, Sheeva defeated Blaze and was transformed into a goddess of destruction with a powerful Kami Dogu. She then laid waste to the realms, and when they reformed, nothing was as it has been previously. However, no one survived Armageddon, including Sheeva, so she got clapped too. Now, by the time Mortal Kombat 2011 came around, that game, keeping you up with the timeline, in the opening it shows where Sheeva died in Armageddon near the top of the temple. Once the timeline is resetted, Sheeva isn't seen until Cyrex is terminated with Khan's agreement. Sheeva basically battled him, they got into a fight, him first. She battles him first, but is defeated along with Baraka, right? Later, they alert Khan about the circumstances. After Liu Kang wins the tournament and Shang Tsung tricks Raiden with a new tournament, Sheeva has Sonya held captive. She berates and states she would not be in the situation if she didn't attempt escape, basically. So Jax, along with Raiden and Johnny, comes after a brief battle with Jax. Sheeva is defeated. The next day, Kitana is held for betraying Shao Kahn. She is held in magical bonds guarded by Sheeva. Jade arrives and fights Sheeva, with Jade prevailing. When Earthrealm's invasion begins, Sheeva changes her outfit with a little more armor and runs into Cabal, who defeats her. Like, they beating the brakes off Sheeva. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Sheeva isn't seen again after this, but after the death of Khan, she gathers her forces for battle against Kodokan. I mean, come on, of course she ain't been seen after that. Like, they beat the brakes off of her. Like, she was just out here getting whooped. Anyway, let's talk about, we're gonna go into her appearance a little bit, to actually who she is with her appearance and things of that nature. Her height, 7 feet tall. Sheeva is part of the Shokan race and thus has 4 arms and 3 fingers on each, 12 in all. Total, for those of you that want to know how many fingers she got, is 12. She wears dark red lipstick and has orange eyes. Sheeva has black hair that's laid back. She has spiked gauntlets on her arms and legs with jewels that resemble rubies embedded in them. For clothing, she wears a revealing red script one piece that held at the waist and goes over her chest, leaving her midriff, legs, feet, and cleavage bare. She has an established proportional body, excellent physique brows, muscular limbs, and a well-toned skin. Sheeva prefers going barefoot. Now, I just gotta stop this story real quick and ask you guys a question. Would you date Sheeva? Would you date Sheeva? Would you smash? Would you smash? Get in the comment section and tag the number of this video right now so I can know exactly what part you would be replying to. Go to the comments and then hit 834 so I can know if you're gonna smash Sheeva or not. So that's the number I want you to hit. Anyway, alright, so listen. In her alternative costume, Sheeva has more armor for protection and has her stripes over her chest, forming an X over her breast with chains running through it. She paints around her eyes with black as her color. With her armor, she wears spiked metal shoulder guards and wears leg and thigh guards. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to her power and abilities, man, Sheeva possesses superhuman strength typical to her race and can shoot fireballs and perform a teleport stomp that other Shokan use. Having the fighting skills of her race, she can throw her enemies or grab them and brutally beat them. It's usually what they do anyway, just grab you and beat the brakes off of you. She can jump high in the air and stomp on her opponents. Sheeva can fracture bones literally by just punching or crushing her opponents with body shots. Like, she'll go through your body, that's it, simple as that. Her kicks are ferocious, being able to kick her opponents across the map or staggering them with all her might. Sheeva has a very high damage tolerance, being able to survive cuts and bruises and fatal wounds that would kill the average person. Now, Sheeva do have the ability to ground stop, being able to stop and basically shake the ground with powerful stomps, hurting her enemy. Although not frequent, Sheeva is shown to be adept in swordplay using Shokan daggers. Only in Armageddon, Sheeva fireballs have been evident for being stronger than most characters, considering the damage and knocking them back. But listen, when it comes to her personality, while not entirely evil, I'm gonna tell you straight up, Sheeva is mostly Shao Kahn's jailer, usually being indifferent towards this job, but sometimes hates it. Sheeva's two most significant characteristics are her willingness to defend the pride of the Shokan and her eagerness to fight different types of opponents. Sheeva's personality strongly contrasts with the personalities of Goro and Kentaro, y'all. I just gotta keep it real with you. Now, as she is much more calm and respectful, even going so far as to bow after every battle, a clear display of dedication to even her opponents. Sheeva believes people that fight with honor are worthy to be called warriors. Simple as that. Now, I'm gonna run you guys through this, who her current allies are. So her allies are Kitana Khan, Kotal Khan, Jade, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sonya Blade, the Shokan, Baraka, Takata, Reptile, Saurians, Ermac, Aaron Black, Farah and Tora, and the Outworlders. Now, her former allies, you know, people she not cool with no more, they basically turned into the ops. Is Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Goro, Sindel, Cyrex, Kano, Reiko, Melina, Sector, Black Dragon, Kentaro, Red Dragon, Johnny Cage, and the Elder Gods. Simple as that. Now, the people that she got smoked with, I'm talking about her big ops. Now, the biggest op she got is Raiden and Dark Raiden. Revenants, Revenant Liu Kang, Revenant Sindel, Revenant Kitana, Revenant Smoke, Revenant Cabal, Revenant Kung Lao, Nightwolf, Revenant Striker, who else? The Netherrealm Demons, Reiko, Chaos Realmers, Havoc, Cyrex, Goro, Kano, Black Dragon, Dagon, Onaga, Red Dragon, Motaro, the Centaurians, Frost, Jared, Devora, Collector, Rain, Tanya, Scarlet, young Shao Kahn, who was revived in Mortal Kombat 11 for those that don't know, young Kano, young Cyrex, and young Sector, basically. Now, the people that she used to be enemies with, that she cool with now, is Kitana, Jade, Raiden, Liu Kang, Jade, Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, Sonya Blade, Bo Raicho, Fujin, Li Mei, Serena, Baraka, Takata, Reptile, Ermac, Aaron Black, Ferratora, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion. As you can see, she changed friends and enemies like she changed clothes. Simple as that. But listen, let's go ahead and give her her flowers. Did you know Sheeva is the first and only female Shokan introduced in the series? Give her flowers for that. Sheeva names comes from the Hindu god of destruction. Her name is Sheeva also, except her name is spelled S-H-I-V-A. Now, this is reflected in her Armageddon ending though. Like many new characters in Mortal Kombat 3, it took some time to decide on her name, and her very first name was Goro. That was her original first name. So that's something I just, wanted to bring to your attention so you can know what's up and you can basically know what's going on with Sheeva. Now, for those of you that actually play Sheeva, or for those of you that want to pick up Sheeva in Mortal Kombat 11 and don't know how she play, I can tell you right now, Sheeva is a rushdown character who specializes in a variety of fireballs, mix-up, unblockable attacks for offense. Sheeva has strong mix-up options at close range with multiple overhead and low attacks. She is also able to leap into the air and stomp on opponents from above with an unblockable attack, making it difficult to stay in one place. Now, it can be incredibly hard to defend against Sheeva regardless of where she is on the screen because of her many mix-up options, which are unblockable. Simple as that. Now, her strengths, she got fast, normal, strong mix-up, and quick movements. Her weakness, she has short range normals, highly punishable, weak get up, and flawless block attacks. That's just what it is. That's just what it is when it comes to her or whatever, you know? So Sheeva can launch an opponent up for a combo by using either the Dragon Charge, which is back forward 3, or the Death March, which is back forward 3 also. Now, abilities, Death March can be followed by the Kuten Kick, which will launch the opponent upwards for a combo. And it can go directly in the back forward 4, which is Battle Scars, where if the ability is equipped, Sheeva can grab opponents who are blocking low, and when amplified, she can basically get her a combo off that. So when I tell you she's a force to be reckoned with, she is most certainly a force to be reckoned with. This is not a woman that you want to take lightly, or you're gonna pay for any type of mistakes that you made. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really gotta give it up for Sheeva. Sheeva is definitely an amazing person. She's definitely an amazing person, and the fact that she was one of the first female Shokan warriors, I could tell you when I first laid eyes on Sheeva in Mortal Kombat 3, I just thought she was weird, scary, creepy, and cool all at the same time. So I just knew she was a character that I wanted to try out, and I was definitely excited for her return in Mortal Kombat 11. And they definitely did her tons of justice. So if you haven't played with her yet, I do recommend you hook up MK11 and give her a try, or hook up that MK3 and give her a try. You're really gonna be impressed by what she can do, especially when you learn how to play her and get some of them combos going on. I think that's gonna be something that you would like, and you probably will honestly get used to. Let's keep it real. So for all you Sheeva fans out there, I'm hoping you're enjoying this so far, because the queen, the goddess of destruction, is definitely not somebody that you want to piss off. Simple as that. And also, they got a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out, which is Mortal Kombat 2. So it's looking like Sheeva or Kentaro may be getting a shine in this next movie, since they already done did Goro dirty in the first one. So I'm just keeping it real with you, there. So let's keep our fingers crossed, man. We just might get Sheeva in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie that was recently confirmed and announced that Warner Brothers is going to be working on that, or the studio in charge of that. I believe it is Warner Brothers though. But anyway, listen, let me go ahead and put Ed Boon up here on the screen and his team, and let them give you a little backstory on Sheeva, and then we're gonna go ahead and keep this this 1 hour video moving, because I got some more cool stuff that I want to share with you guys, so I don't want you to miss out. Yeah, let me go ahead and stop talking. Yo, Ed Boon, go ahead and take this over, and I'll be back when you're done.
Sheeva. A female of the four-armed Shokan race, Sheeva once served as protector of Queen Sindel. As brutal as Goro and Kentaro, she possesses more than enough power to destroy any opponent unfortunate enough to cross her path.
Sheeva is similar to Frost in that it's a female version of a favorite character. You know, Sub-Zero was one of the favorite characters in the earlier Mortal Kombats, and so we had always talked about doing a female version, and we came up with Frost. Goro was clearly one of the most, iconic characters in Mortal Kombat 1, and so for Mortal Kombat 3, we decided to come up with a female version of it, and we wanted her to be a little bit more nimble, a little bit more, flexible than this big boss character, so we shrunk her down a little bit, made her more agile than Goro was. Sheeva was created using a stop-motion puppet. A lot of time and effort went into posing her, kind of like they used to do the old-fashioned movies with Jason and the Argonauts and all that. Every one of her frames was posed manually and then, saved into the computer and then animated like all the other digitized characters were.
Sheeva wins. Friendship. Friendship? Again?
My favorite move from Sheeva is probably her teleport move. Basically, she flies off the top of the screen, lands on her opponent, stomps on him a couple more times for good measure, and then jumps back off. It's easy to catch your opponent off guard with that move.
Fatality.
Alright, listen. Let's go ahead and continue to get into her lore, right? So her alias names was Queen Sheeva, Lady Sheeva, Goro, Shokan Queen, High Rank Jeweler, and the Jailer, High Rank Jailer, sorry, not a jeweler, Shokan Beauty. Now, her debut game, as I mentioned, was Mortal Kombat 3, best game to debut in. Her occupation is serving of Shao Kahn. That's what she formerly used to do for work. Now, the Queen of Catan and leader of the Shokan people after Shao Kahn's demise and Goro's death. So she basically took her queen position. And ain't gonna lie, she worked hard for it. She had to fight a lot of battles to get that. Now, when it comes to her powers, let me go a little more in depth with her powers. The superhuman strength, the superhuman durability. I'm talking about the resilience, the pyrokinesis, the slowed aging process, the temporary flight that she got. Yeah, she can fly temporarily. She got that ground stomp and that cotton fighting style named after the Shokan city itself, basically. And also for weapons, them Shokan daggers ain't no joke at all. That was her original weapon before she ended up getting what she got now. When it come to hobby, her fighting strong style fighters, that's her hobby. Fighting strong fighters, that's her number one hobby. Now, serving the Shokan people is another one of her hobbies. Serving Shao Kahn, that's where she, like I said, she used to formerly do that for work. She don't roll with Buddy no more. Now, respecting brave fighters and balancing plates with all four arms is what she like to do to challenge herself. Now, check this out. When it comes to her goals, help Shao Kahn conquer Earthrealm. Again, she partially succeeded in that, so shout out to her. Kill Shao Kahn and regain the Shokan people's former glory. She did partially succeed at that too. Kill Motaro, she succeeded at that. Become queen of the Shokan people, she succeeded as that. Now, as you can tell, Sheeva ain't no failure out here. She gets the job done. Now, she do got some crimes, but the only crime she's wanted for is murder. Simple as that. Now, the type of villain she is, she's a mighty warrioress. That's what she is. I mean, you can't blame her. She really out here putting hands and feet on females and dudes, you know? So, again, I got nothing but respect for Queen Sheeva because she out here doing the thing and she gonna continue to progress forward. I mean, look at her. She succeeded in becoming queen, right? So what makes you think you can put your hands on the queen? She gonna send the hit squad after you, and if the hit squad don't get you, she coming after you. Again, you ain't picked her up in Mortal Kombat 11, I advise you to do so. She is brutal. She will beat you until you explode. Just imagine Sheeva picking you up and giving you some body shots and your whole body just break because it can't take no more of them hits. Just visualize it for a second. Visualize she pick you up with two hands, like you just walking, she pop out from out of nowhere, grab you and just start stilling you right in your ribs and your guts, and you just like, oh my god, worst thing ever, right? Yeah, so she ain't a person that you want to play around with. Not too many people can go toe to toe with the Shokan beauty. Like I said, she really out here putting in work. She really out here putting in them hours in those Shokan streets, and I don't think nobody ready for it. And then after she beat you up, she'll bow and give you your respect the same way you better give her respect. Simple as that. But listen, let me go ahead and put this up here on your screen. I'm gonna show you exactly, instead of telling you, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, right? So check this out. I'm about to put this brutality on your screen. This how brutal Sheeva can get, and this what she may do to you if you keep running your mouth and she run into you on Combat League. Check this video out and I'll be right back with you.
Brutality. Death for you. Sheeva wins. Brutality. Death for you. Sheeva wins. Brutality. Death for you. Sheeva wins.
Man, that was brutal, wasn't it? Like I said, she ain't playing no games with you out here. Now, even though she out there putting hands on feet and feet on people in Mortal Kombat, don't get me wrong, she out there in the movie realm making some moves too. She a superstar too, just like Johnny Cage. Did you know that Sheeva was played by Mirage Holden, which appears in the second Mortal Kombat movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation? If you haven't seen that movie, I recommend you watching. If you're an MK fan, it's not up to me to tell you if it's good or bad. That's up to your own perception. Now, the shooting script included a lengthy fight scene with her and Raiden, who was played by James Remar, but it was basically cut during filming instead. She was merely squashed by a falling cage as she prepares to fight Liu Kang and Kitana in Shao Kahn's throne room. She does, however, use her pre-fight stance, which is good, so shouts out to that. Sheeva does appear in other scenes of the movie, but her role was less than memorable in most respects. She had no fight scenes beside a brief quarrel with Motaro. The movie did acknowledge that she was the personal protector of Sindel and her family, which she mentions to Khan in her personal endorsement for him to appoint her as general of his extermination squad. Now, that's not the only place she appeared, because Sheeva did have a small role in the animated series Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, which you can watch on my channel if that's not a series that you've seen already. I got all the episodes up so you can watch them. Go back to my channel, click on Defenders of the Realm, and you can watch that there. And listen, she basically was possessed with hatred for Raiden. She possessed a long-standing hatred of Raiden, which I should say, which was apparently mutual. She referred to her opponents as darlings in a manner similar to Zaza's Garber. She was also voiced by Dan Lewis. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. For those of you that did not get to see Defenders of the Realms, I highly recommend it's something that you go and check out, because trust me, you definitely do not want to miss it at all. And listen, I'm gonna just tell you this right quick. I'm gonna give a quick recap. Now, we know Sheeva was the first Shokan warrior to be played as a standard character, right? And the second overall after the ability to unlock Goro in the Game Boy port of Mortal Kombat. Sheeva's Spears in MK3 was made using stop motion puppet, just like Goro, Kintaro, and Motaro. Now, Sheeva was the very first character in the series to bleed green colored blood. She maintained this even through MKT, where Goro and Kitana still bled red blood, and every appearance made sense. Sheeva bleeds red blood. Now, this was a reference in Mortal Kombat 11 during her interaction with Scarlet. Now, Sheeva is the only standing character in Mortal Kombat 3, and its updates, other than Liu Kang, to have a character-specific voice set. Sheeva can appear as a sub-boss in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which we went over already, always appearing at the end of the female-only ladder right before Blaze. Despite this, she doesn't have any alterations to elevate her strength or ability, and even appears in another ladder as a regular character. With this role, Sheeva is the first female sub-boss in the series, a trait that was later transferred over to the fallen elder goddess Centaurian in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, however, Centaurian was only the sub-boss for the game's story mode. Sheeva was left out of the roster of selectable fighters in the Super NES and the Genesis version until Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. However, she wasn't fully removed, as she appears, although visible, as a glitch character in the SNES version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Her voice is also audible in the sound test of the Genesis version. There are still leftover sprites of her characters in the NES version seen when performing a fatality on glitched Sheeva, such as Kung Lao's head slice, Reptile's tongue slice, or Cyrax's helicopter fatality will reveal Sheeva's standing sprite if any character performs a fatality on glitch Sheeva. So I just wanted to give you those quick fun facts and backstory. But listen, let me go ahead and show you this tower of Sheeva putting in work on these characters. I know it's been a minute since you played Armageddon, so kick your feet back, get some snacks, enjoy this gameplay, and I'll catch up with you right after. Scouts honor, like the video. Let's go. Roll that footage.
Sheeva. Round 1. Fight! Wins. Round 2. Fight! Finish him. Sheeva wins. Round 1. Fight! 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 Wins. Round 2. Fight! Round 1. Fight! Wins. Round 2. Fight! Finish him! Sheeva wins. Round 1. Fight! Get over here! Sheeva wins. Round 2. Fight! Get over here! Scorpion wins. Round 3. Fight! Finish him! Sheeva wins. Round 1. Fight! 2. Fight! Finish him! Sheeva wins. Round 1. Fight! Sheeva wins. Fight! Sheeva wins. Round 1. Fight! Sheeva wins. Round 2. Fight! Blaze wins. Round 3. Fight! Sheeva wins.
At the moment of victory over Blaze, Sheeva was blinded by a flash of energy. When she regained her sight, she found herself standing before the Elder Gods. They were clearly alarmed that neither Taven nor Dagon had completed the quest. Their desire to prevent further turmoil prompted them to transform Sheeva into a goddess of destruction. One by one, she laid waste to the realms using a powerful Kamidogu. When the realms reformed, nothing was as it had been.
Man, you can't lie. Sheeva put hands and feet on everybody on that tower. Simple as that. Now, I know you probably wanted to watch her ending. Don't worry, I'm going to let you watch the ending. But before we get to that, I need you to go ahead and do me a favor. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, as this is truly your #1 place for exclusive and daily and long Mortal Kombat content. You got to give me my credit when credit is due, and I've been putting out a lot of content for the MK fans out there. So if you could return the love in advance, that would be extremely helpful, you know. So I'm only gonna say it just like that, simple as that. All right, now let's get back on track here, shall we? Let's get back on track. Listen, when Sheeva does her brutalities, they look so freaking gruesome. And I got a couple more I'm going to show you. But before I do that, let's go ahead and get you the rest of these details, is what I was going to say. So listen up, and I want you to listen closely. Now, even though Sheeva, like I said, was left out the roster of selectable fighters for the Super NES and Sega Genesis version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. However, she wasn't totally removed, as she appears, although visible, as a glitch character in the Super NES version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Her voice is also audible in the sound test of the Genesis versions. There are still leftover sprites of her character in the SNES version, seen when performing a fatality on Glitch Sheeva. Now, I wanted to repeat that part there, so because I know I kind of threw you guys off, or whatever the case is. But Cyrek's helicopter fatality will reveal Sheeva MK Standing Spirit. If any character performs a babality on Glitch Sheeva, she will turn into her MK3 baby spirit. What's going to happen? Though Sheeva is glitched in the SNES version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, she could still perform 2 of her fatalities by turning on the easy finisher option via the cheat menu. How many of us remember cheat menus? Man, those things was my favorite. I tell you that much. Doing a fatality back in the day was like some secret club that you was a part of. Your friends didn't know how to do it, and you really had to go in the world to find the cheat code, like go to Walmart or one of the big grocery stores and get one of the cheat code magazines or the Game Informer magazines to get them codes. That was really, really fun back there in the day. Good old times. How many of you remember that? I remember that like it was yesterday. Anyway, listen, let me go ahead and get this full ending victory scene up here from Armageddon, and I'm gonna be right back with you with some more content. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go.
At the moment of victory over Blaze, Sheeva was blinded by a flash of energy. When she regained her sight, she found herself standing before the Elder Gods. They were clearly alarmed that neither Taven nor Dagon had completed the quest. Their desire to prevent further turmoil prompted them to transform Sheeva into a goddess of destruction. One by one, she laid waste to the realms using a powerful Kamidogu. When the realms reformed, nothing was as it had been.
Listen, as mentioned earlier, she sure know how to get the job done, and that's what I really love about the character. That's why I'm excited to see what's going to happen with MK12, because so many other fans are invested in her, and we're supposed to be getting an Armageddon style type of Mortal Kombat 12, and it's supposed to include every character, and I think that's going to be amazing should that actually happen. I could tell you one thing. Sheeva on a roster full of other people, she loves to fight. So I could tell you this right now. The spamming would probably be crazy. I mean, look at the screen and look at what Cyrax is doing right now. This man got all types of trick bomb moves, body slams, teleports, and sweep kicks, and everything. So I think everybody would be pretty fun to kind of enjoy. Anyway, how dope would it be if Sheeva actually had a sister, or they introduced new characters, new female characters from her race? I think that would be much needed, if you ask me. That would be something I think we all would love to look forward to, so we can kind of get that female representation going on, because I don't think there's enough female Mortal Kombat fighters in the Mortal Kombat realm. That's just my personal opinion. But I want to let you know we not done yet. We still got a lot more information for you guys about Sheeva. We're going to be touching on here soon. I know you guys like the very in-depth details, so that's what I'm going to be giving you. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. I was talking about brutalities, and I'm going to show you some of her other brutalities, which are just deadly. Now, if you pay close attention, you would know that one of these fatalities is a throwback to her Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 fatality, which I really love. The fact that they keep up with that continuity and things of that nature. So without further ado, here is Sheeva beating the crap out of her opponent, Ultimate MK3 style, I should say. I'll be back right after this. Go ahead and check it out.
Fight. Brutality.
Death for you.
Sheeva wins. Flawless victory. Brutality.
I am Queen Sheeva.
Sheeva wins. Flawless victory. Brutality.
I am Queen Sheeva.
Sheeva wins. Flawless victory.
All right, listen, so let's go ahead and move on to the next part of this video. I think that's a fairly good idea for us to do here. Now, I will say this here. Check this out. By the time MK3 and MK3 came around, if a fatality that involved leaving the enemy as a bloody skeleton is used on Sheeva, the resulting skeleton only has 2 arms. But that was rectified in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, giving Sheeva a unique 4-armed skeleton. Now, this is repeated in Mortal Kombat 2011, where Sheeva is the only character with a unique 4-armed, skeleton, which Goro and Kentaro lack due to the fact of fatalities cannot be performed on them. So, of course, they didn't have one. Now, Sheeva is based, as I mentioned, on the Hindu god Shiva, which is spelled S-H-I-V-A, the god of destruction. This is further reflected on in her Mortal Kombat Armageddon ending. Now, however, she has a resemblance with another Hindu god called Kali. Kali also has 4 hands and is holding enemies' decapitated head, like Sheeva in one of her intros in Mortal Kombat 11. Simple as that. So she holds a lot of similarities when it comes to the gods, just like that. Now, during early production of Mortal Kombat 3, Sheeva was called She-Goro. I told you that already, since she did not have a name, or whatever the case is. Also, Sheeva, along with Motaro, appears trapped in a cell in the dark prison stage of Mortal Kombat Unchained, although not in Deception. When it came to Deception, she was not in there. Mortal Kombat 2011, Sheeva receives Baraka's up the middle fatality. Her lower arms will not be cut by his blades. The same thing happens with Raiden's Just a Scratch fatality, Aramac's Mind Over Matter fatality, Kitana Fan Opener fatality, and Cyrax Nothing But Net fatality. Now, also, when the pit stage fatality is done on Sheeva, one of her lower arms, depending on the side she was standing on, will hang as if it was impaled by a stake, although only her upper arms are impaled. However, if Scarlet Make It Rain fatality is done on Sheeva, there will be 6 pillars instead of 4 due to the fact Sheeva has 4 arms. This is the only fatality modified specifically for Sheeva's lower arms. Now, Sheeva, along with Kratos, does not have her own avatar on King of the Hill. Sheeva's animality MK3 transforming into a scorpion, as you know, was originally planned to be Scorpion's animality before he was removed from the game. When he was introduced in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, he received the penguin animality. Scorpion would later transform into a scorpion in his MK4 fatality. Now, Sheeva was the only playable character, you know, aside from the bosses in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, that doesn't have a brutality finisher. This is probably due to the fact that she only appears in arcade and Saturn versions of the game, where the brutality was not established yet and was missing from the NES and Genesis versions. Now, Sheeva is one of the few characters to fight with bare feet, others including Goro, Kentaro, Moloch, Draman, Reptile, Cobra, Meat, and Blaze. Now, according to the pre-fight dialogue between Sheeva and Kitana in Mortal Kombat 2011, it appears that, in Mortal Kombat 11, not 2011, it appears that Sheeva had once taught Kitana how to wrestle, something in the past. You know, sometimes in the past, basically, Sheeva also claims that Kitana was her best pupil in wrestling, to which Kitana replies that she herself mastered it. Now, in one of Cassie K's social media intros against Sheeva, she responds to a message saying that she'll be singing like a canary. This is likely a reference to Vanessa Marshall, Sheeva's voice actor, who also voiced Black Canary in Injustice 2. So just wanted to throw that up in there for you guys. And also, I want to say, how dope would it be to see Kitana with some wrestling moves that she learned from Sheeva? That's some nice little backstory stuff. So I think they really should take and implement some of this stuff, because that's some great information. I don't think nobody want to miss out on that. We would love to see Kitana have some moves, and we know they have no problem doing it, because look what they did when they added Melina to Kitana's friendship. That was a huge step for them to do that, which they went on to later on include her in the game, which was dope within itself. So come on, NRS. We waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all to give us some new content. We waiting on a new game. We also waiting on some new lore. Like, we ready to see these animalities come back. That's what we waiting for. I can tell you that right now. A lot of people is waiting for them animalities. We waiting for that to come back. We need our run button back. We need everything back. We need y'all to stop stripping stuff from the game. That's what we need you guys to do. Give us that classic MK like we want. Don't get me wrong, I love Mortal Kombat 11, but you guys could have added the run button and the characters could have had a lot more moves. I know you guys probably wondering, why the heck are you ranting about MK11 on a lore video? Well, hey, this is the perfect spot to put it. If you watched it all the way to the end, 9 times out of 10, you probably feel the same way, which brings this video full circle. I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. How did you feel about Sheeva's portrayal in Mortal Kombat 11? Do you think she was a great addition? Do you think they messed up her character? Do you think she needs to be retconned and turned back into the version that she was in MK3, where she had a monster face and she was like mad ugly? Do you think they need to bring her big chest back? What do you think is missing with this character? Anyway, go ahead and sound off in the comments and let me know what you think. Again, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to do me a massive favor. I want you to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, as this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for Mortal Kombat content. I know you enjoyed yourself. I enjoyed myself. It's not over. We got more videos dropping. We got another 1 hour long video dropping tomorrow. And like I said, I'm on fire with these videos, bringing you guys this long content. Don't worry, I got the comic book series coming and a lot of other things coming too, to kind of shake things up here on the channel, so you guys can kind of get a variety of different content. This is very hard. It's a lot of hard work to do, putting in hours and hours of work on these videos. So again, a like, a share, and a comment would be fantastic. Share it on Reddit, share it on Facebook, share it in all types of groups, and that is how you can support. My Cash App is at the beginning if you want to support there too. But until next time, as mentioned, I will see you wonderful people later. Peace out. Why y'all still here? Didn't I say peace out? Go ahead and leave. Hello? Yes, you. Wake up. You forgot to turn the video off. Man, screw this. Hit my outro, man. He over there knocked out sleep. He ain't tripping off what I'm saying. Hit my outro. We gone. We leaving him. We gone. We gone. We out. Out the last video on the left and one of our popular videos on the right. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace out.